Hey everybody, so a very quick intro to my intro to the video this week. So I put up a video, it was number 50 last week, and I took it down because the first few comments were like, oh, the sound isn't great, and I was thinking, should we reshoot the whole thing? And there's work and things and stuff. And then I realized, well, no, it's good content, and it's content I want you to hear. And I was never aiming for perfection of production. I was aiming for like, clarity of content and messaging and information that will help. So I can guarantee you, if you make it through the next 3 or 4 minutes of this video, you will not die. You will not be damaged. You may be mildly offended by the fact that you can hear the mic crackle because it started sliding down my shirt, and I apologize for that. But I really want to ask you to work your way through it because it's good information. It's a problem that I see all the time happening, and I think it's worth doing that. But I think it's also worth remembering that I never want to be a channel about the most beautiful shot videos and things like this. That takes more time, and time means it's more difficult to create stuff. That's why it's taking weeks to do this. I want to be about having a great idea and just shooting that great idea. And if the sound's a little bit difficult and you have to work through it, you know, I've stopped shooting when I travel because I'm like, oh, but then I've got to carry microphones and things. And I don't want that to be the case. I want to have this idea and share it with you when I have it contextually. So I'm going to ask you to bear with me and trust the fact that maybe we'll be back to hacking some stuff and the sound won't be perfect, but you will not die, you will not go deaf, your ears will be fine, and the videos will be worthwhile. So enjoy.
Yo, what's up? So, usually I would jump straight into the video and I try to tell you my amazing facts of the week or whatever it would be, but this is the 50th episode and it feels like a great time to kind of break the pattern. And in order to break the pattern, you know, a lot of people have said to me, oh, it's going to be 100 videos before you start getting any kind of meaningful traction and just stick with it. Well, I am sticking with it, and the feedback that you've been giving me and the comments you've been leaving and the messages and the shares that have been done have been amazing and it's kept me going. But I need a bit more help. Please, if you have been watching this series, pick the video that resonated with you the most and share it with somebody specific, or share it online and encourage people to come over and check out the channel. Encourage them to subscribe. I need your help because I really want to try to gain some momentum here. So I appreciate your help. I appreciate you guys watching in the first place, but I really, this obscurity, the novelty is wearing off. Want to be famous? Thanks guys, I really appreciate it. Now, on with today's video. Hey. So I've owned a presentation company for 21 years. And as you can imagine, the one thing you collect in 21 years of owning a company where people use PowerPoint is a big, long shopping list of pet hates. But if there's one pet hate that Frodo would be proud of, a ring to rule them all, right? And maybe I'm being absurd about this thing, but it's this. People who put their logo on every slide. I could die. Okay, let's not talk about the idea of how it looks. Let's talk about the extreme, utter inefficiency of this. So the way the human brain works is that we process information, and the information that we see, we look at what's dynamic and what's changing, or this is called active processing, to figure out what's important to pay attention to. So for example, right now, you probably won't be paying attention to the Apple logo. You may not be paying attention to the 3 greats that are behind me here, because you realize that what I'm asking you to look at is this here slide. Now, invariably, the way we do that is we start looking at what is changing, what is dynamic, so we know that this body is changing. Now, if this logo was here the whole time, it wouldn't change. This area would change, but this would stay the same. So what does your brain do? Well, your brain will start saying, well, that is just part of the background. That is static the same way this is static. And your brain would stop paying attention to it. All you've achieved by adding your logo here in a presentation is you have managed to make sure that you've made your screen smaller. That's it. You have made yourself a smaller aspect ratio, a smaller screen size, and you've done no value to your brand. Just look at TED Talks. Look at what TED does. It's so genius, right? They don't make people put a TED. Nobody's ever gone and spoken at TED and had TED slides all over their presentation. No, they realize. So what do? They put a logo right down here and they make sure that they're always represented, but their logo will disappear as you start watching the talk and you'll start paying attention to the information. They don't try to interrupt the process of the message. And bizarrely, that's exactly what you're doing. You're using your logo to interrupt your customer message. Let me tell you, if your customers don't remember 3 slides in who's talking to them, well then the least of your worries is putting your logo on a, that's not going to fix anything. Fix what you're saying. So let me give you another example about this. So I want you to look down and try look at this side of your nose. Can you see it? Admittedly you can. Now what I want you to do is I want you to look at the other side of your nose. Did you see that? Alright? Look at both sides of your nose. You should be doing this right now. Okay, now here's the weird thing. Your brain can always see your nose. Does that not blow your mind? At any given time, if your brain is actually processing the fact that your nose is ruining the image. Your nose is photobombing every single frame of anything you look at ever. And your brain is like, this is some bullshit, damn nose photobombing. Let's just make sure we cut that out and we ignore it. This is your nose, okay? This is your nose, and it's photobombing your slides, and your brain is saying, no, there has to be a better way. And of course there is. You can take away the information, you can talk about the program touch points, so guys, let's talk about some of the touch points of the program. And you may, if you wanted to have the Lily logo there, to say what is Lily's program touch points, and then you can move on and you can take them through that. Now just consider how much more space and screen real estate you're using for the actual information you're talking about. Because that previous slide, it wasn't about Lily logo, it was about the touch points. So that's what we wanted to show, the 27,489 touch points. But let's go back again. Look how little screen real estate they've got. It's fighting with everything. So why don't we introduce concept? Guys, there are many ways we touch our customers. There's many things that we can do about that, and we want to illustrate those to you. Let's have a look. We have A, B, C, D, and E. 27,500 touch points. Right? And let's say you did want to use your logo. Find a way to use your logo as part of the story. We did some work for KFM. Now they wanted to show where they fit in terms of the ecosystem of marketing for their customers. So this isn't a random slide that's forgotten in the bottom corner. This is a slide that's interrupting. It's part of the active, dynamic aspect of your presentation that exists in the slide where it needs to be. So that's the thing. Missing Link, we talk all the time. One of our presentation courses is on design. It's called Slide Masters. And if you want to be a slide master, you need to make sure that your nose stops photobombing your presentations, right? This week, your task is to stop being an arsehole, because only arseholes photobomb slides. Take your logos off every slide. And when your advertising and marketing department argue with you, show them this video and or punch them in the nose. Peace.